However, it's important to appreciate the difference between your online profile and a CV. Even though they complement each other, it's important to realize that they actually have different roles. Your social profile on LinkedIn, Google+, Facebook, Twitter, etc. serve the purpose for the following. They can be used to attract the attention of potential hiring managers, as well as to demonstrate how you operate and your professional work environment. In fact, on many of them, even LinkedIn, you can actually have testimonials that people provide for you or ratings on how you are with certain skills. The difference with a CV is that you are directing a CV toward one particular company, one particular job, and therefore you make that specific to get you that particular role or position. So what is your personal brand? Well, your personal brand, of course, is a combination of your skills and your knowledge, but more so of how it's packaged and shared with the circles of people that are online. And this information, when it gets shared around, helps promote your own reputation. So, you need to make sure that you take into consideration some important things when working and when living out there on the airwaves. So I'm going to give you some quick tips for some of the social networks, things that you can do to enhance your personal brand. So, with LinkedIn, you need to do the following. First, you need to fill out all the employment history and the philosophy information. This is what gives you your initial impression that people can read. Also, you need to contact other professionals and keep these contacts fresh. You need to follow other important companies to know what the industry is talking about and what and when job openings are offered. Also, you need to subscribe to the company channels that are relevant and follow them. And you also need to let others get in contact with you and share information with other people. With Twitter, you need to do the following. Follow companies and job listing sites, of course. Use hashtags to look for offerings. For example, hashtag employment, hashtag jobs, etc. And you really need to be a leader by tweeting appropriate opinions on professional topics. When your voice goes out, people hear it. And when people hear it, people develop an idea about who you are. And on Facebook, what do you need to do with Facebook? Well, you need to, of course, keep it clean. Promote positive ideas and content, and if you need to, use an alternative name for your less professional images. So this is really interesting and everything, Brian, but what about my English? Well, yes, of course. In the majority of the rest of this course, we're going to give you plenty of vocabulary expressions and to help you with your English, because that's the help that you really need. To give you some examples, we're going to look at some dynamic adjectives, action verbs, and a few nouns. So, some dynamic adjective examples. What about able? What are you able to do? One of the things that we have compiled for you is a listing of different dynamic adjectives according to categories. And in this category, you can have some synonyms like the following. Words like adept, capable, competent, intelligent, qualified. If you had to use 5 words to describe yourself, what 5 words would you use? How about action verbs? Likewise, we've compiled a list of action verbs according to content or categories that are relevant in their association. Here's an example of some action verbs. These action verbs are for succeeded. Well, instead of saying you succeeded, you could also say that you accomplished, you achieved, you excelled, you mastered, you overcame. Use 5 action verbs to describe what things that you have done. What words would you use? Well, again, a little test to check your wealth and range of vocabulary. And if you need a little help, you can use our lists to expand your vocabulary. And what's really important are keywords, and keywords have to do the most with the nouns that describe the skills and the areas of experience that you have to offer. Here are some examples. Some skill-based nouns include the following: soft skills, for example, like problem solving, customer service, team management, conflict resolution. Hard skills like inventory control, report writing, policy development, mechanical engineering. What about job titles? Were you a store manager, a marketing consultant? Are you a filing clerk, a team leader, a cashier? What about company names like Hewlett-Packard, Tim Hortons, General Motors? How about associations with human resources, professional associations, the HRPA? Or about the Career Professionals of Canada, the CPC? The Canadian Marketing Association, the CMA? Well, different associations may have different initials and different associations where you are, but they are also very important. Schools, any schools that you have. Certifications, maybe you are a certified community service worker. Maybe you are a certified general accountant. What about software? From Microsoft Office to Apple to Linux. What about hardware? Circuit boards, laptops, monitors, products. Well, you get the idea. In all of these examples, we're just giving you some ideas of things that could potentially be nouns that are going to be reviewed by a recruiter or by an electronic software that will scan, read, filter, and decide if your resume or cover letter go on to the next level. That is what we were going to continue to help you with. So, that's what you need to know about how to assess yourself in order to approach your job hunt correctly. Learning how to better assess yourself, to know your personality traits, your professional skills, and really to begin to shape your personal brand. And with that, we are going to continue to help you, of course, with grammar, expressions, vocabulary, and hopefully a better feel for English. So, get prepared, and I wish you good luck. Or, as Frank Sinatra says, luck is only important insofar as getting the chance to sell yourself at the right moment. After that, you've got to have the talent and know how to use it. Thanks for being with us. I'm Brian Bowles. This has been Diverbo TV, and we'll see you in the next unit.
Hi, I'm Anna Collins, and I have a false friend for you. The false friend is vicioso in Spanish, being translated as vicious in English. This is not correct. Vicioso in Spanish means depraved or immoral in English. For example, his behavior is immoral, or he is immoral. You could also use it as a noun, un vicioso, to describe an addict in English, someone who's addicted to something, or someone who's a fanatic, for example, a sports fanatic. We also have, like in Spanish, a vicious circle or a vicious cycle, which in Spanish you could say would be círculo vicioso. And remember, when translating from Spanish to English, vicious in English does not mean vicioso in Spanish. Vicious in English means several things. With animals or people, it can mean violento or feroz, or it could be talking about an attack. For example, an attack that's salvaje, a vicious attack. So remember not to confuse these, and remember to learn the definitions.